To Ruben we bid adieu. Very few knew about my brother Ruben, but let me tell you some of them. He was a very loving grandfather, and he is truly fond of his grandkids, very much like my tatay, who loved little children a lot. He was also a good father. He was not perfect, but he knew how to love and care for his family. When he was working at Anita Hotel as a bellboy, he was the one that basically went through all the trials of making ends meet for our family, who relied on him on a weekly basis for every meal that they need. He knew at a very young age what it was to be a provider, knowing that there's no one they could turn to when the rough gets going, because most of his siblings, us, have their own families to feed. Rough times came his way, though, during his prime time. It was during his prime time that rough things came over. The death of Inay was a striking blow for him. He thought he lost everything, especially now when diabetes was already eating him out also. What meager income his family could afford were never enough to attend to everyone's need. Why should this happen to a once handsome and very active father of the family? He couldn't work and could not also resist the foods that were there and that was his liking. Sometimes we became so furious at him simply at looking at how he would literally tear his body down because of bad eating habits. Yet while I ponder on these things that happened to him, I realize in his present condition now he is better off. God reassures all of us that in the last days, that great day of the feast, Jesus stood and he cried aloud. Remember that. To the crowd and the chief Pharisees, he addressed the assembled crowd, and to everyone he said, "If anyone thirsts, let him come unto me, and he'll never thirst again." That's the kind of food that every one of us need. That's the only food that we always need. He knows whom to approach when he needed something. In his last breath, I know, he called on God. He knows whom to call when no one answers. He knows whom to approach when he needed something. He didn't go to me. He didn't go to anybody. I know. Now on the footstool of Christ, I believe that he bows humbly before him and is asking forgiveness. Farewell, my brother. I love you and God bless you. Paalam, kapatid. Sa muli nating pagkikita. Paalam. Be of good cheer, you who are left behind. There are a lot of things that we can do. His fondness for his grandchildren will always remind us that there is something in him that he would like to fulfill, but in his carnal body he could not. I know how he feels, because I have been in one before too, especially during those times when our father, was bedridden. So, paalam kapatid, let not your dreams be in vain. I address not you alone, but also your family. That they remember you as a good father, a good brother, and someone who always thinks of the best welfare of his family. Bye-bye, kapatid.